Hi, is this Kenny?
Yes, Stacey, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, I looked at the archives, and this is your first time here on this show in 3 years.
Good gravy. How has it been that long?
Yeah. Is your bedmate there on the line with you?
Yeah, I'm here with Dominic. Say hi.
How you doing, Kenny?
I'm good, man. Good to chat with you and Stacy on this show this evening. Thank you so much.
Likewise, thank,
Yeah,
likewise. Thank you for having us.
appreciate you both. So I've known Stacy for many years, mostly through a mutual friend that we have, and Ashley Salazar. We both are under the Mall Mag, Miss Ooh La La, what it stands for at the time. That's how I've known Stacy, at least online throughout the years. And I didn't know that she was a musician until I talked to her 3 years ago. Um, so so I've been paying attention. I got Spotify. I follow Social Butterflies on there, and I said to myself, "Yo, I gotta get Stacy back on here." Uh, so so here we are. Super excited.
Here we are. Thanks, friend. Yeah, we didn't know the world was going to change since the last time we talked. I remember talking to you in my old apartment um downtown in Chippewa in St. Louis, and I was thinking about you earlier today because I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've talked to Kenny. I was living in Chippewa, and that would have been, I guess, in 2019. Yeah, so 3 years. I
Yeah,
feel like we should. I feel like we should get to discount that by about a year and a half.
pretty much.
That's just my opinion. But I was told there would be no math today, so we don't have to get too deep into the math of it.
Yeah. A lot has changed in this world since we have last talked. And while things are getting back to some normalcy, obviously there's still some challenges that we deal with. But at least we can just go out and say hi and hug and stuff. So, I mean, we got that going for us pretty much. Um, but not to dwell too much on the past here. We're looking to the present, the now.
Well, then
And
now, yeah.
so, with all that being said, uh, now on the first interview we did, we focused mostly on the model side with you, Stacy. So, as it pertains to social butterflies, how did y'all got together and form social butterflies?
Well, so not to go back into the past, but so we've been very good friends for a long time. We're both musicians here in the St. Louis area, and had not worked together directly, but had seen each other's bands and had a lot of mutual friends, um, and I'm friends with his wife. Like we've been good friends for a while, and when lockdown hit and everything closed up, including live music, right? Um, the current projects that we both had were not working anymore because they were all live projects. And so, us being great friends, we were able to start spending more time together and working on these songs. And, that gave us, it afforded us, in a sense, the ability to be able to work on something new and something original. I think, as we all know, when you're used to being in bands that play live and they play for money, those projects tend to overtake your passion projects, right? Because at the end of the day, you keep filling your calendar up with things that are already up and running. They're already working. They're already making money. Startup projects are hard, even if it's something you really want to do, And at that time, too, right up until lockdown, I still was doing a lot of modeling. I was still working in events full time. And so when all of that kind of leveled out and I got to really spend time with the people that meant the most to me, that was how Social Butterflies came about. And Dom really had this great idea of he is such a prolific songwriter. He's got so many songs backlogged that have not been released. And, he came to me with this idea of let's work on these songs. We can record some of my old songs. We can record some of your old songs. We can write new songs from scratch. We can collaborate. We can kind of build this into whatever we want. And if we want to collaborate with more people or have guest songwriters or singers or musicians or whatever, we can, and we can call it Social Butterflies. And I was like, I love this idea. It just really gave me, I want to say, a sense of hope and a feeling that anything was possible, even in a time period that I feel like was very dark for a lot of us. I at least felt like there was still hope that we could still create some art. We could still make music. We could share it with people. And ultimately, that's been our goal, and that's what we've been working to do.
So I got a chance to hear some of the songs that you have worked on in these last few years, and it sounds beautiful. It's beautiful music. It's just refreshing. I see that Social Butterflies is described as alternative, folk rock, and Americana. So yeah, I have blend these genres together and made it your own. It definitely got my attention. And I think when I got Dominique's attention is when I started to play these songs on Music Monday shows that I've been doing these last few months. Not only have I played Social Butterflies on there, but I've also played music from Tia as well. And yeah, I did a song together called The Deep End. That was your first release of 2022. Talk about that song and how that came about. You collaborating with Tia on this track.
So I'll field this one. So literally, what we've been trying to do is Tia's, as you know, kind of got her own thing going on, but one thing that was kind of nice, and again, I'll go back to over the lockdown. I agree with Stacey in that it was kind of nice and hopeful to be doing something creative out of what was kind of a rough time. So, we've worked with Tia on different things. She's also, very talented singer, writer. And it was kind of refreshing for us all to just kind of go into the studio and start putting down all kinds of different songs just to kind of have something positive to look forward to. The songs are a little heavier as far as like lyrical content and such, but really it's kind of refreshing for me. I love working with Stacey, and of course I love working with Tia, and it was just something very positive to be doing at the time. And we've recorded a number of different things. I mean, even a lot of things that aren't released yet, but will be. So it's just kind of we've all just kind of worked together in what was could have been a bad time, but it actually wound up being a silver lining because we got some positivity out of the situation.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So Tia is such a talent and a great writer. And, you know, of course, I don't hear as many of her songs as Dom does. But every time I hear a song from her, I hear something new about her. You know, she's really an old soul, and people use that term all the time, but she's really an old soul. And she is though. She's very articulate with her thoughts and her feelings. And you know, when this all sort of started coming about, I mean, I don't think any of us knew that the songs we would have today, we didn't know that that's what we were going to have. You know, we just kind of started, and I didn't know I was singing on some of these songs or going into it necessarily, but then was really happy that I got to, or, you know, or getting to play some part and like maybe singing a little bit on some of Tia's songs. And some of that stuff, she's really kind of brought her own production, her own ideas. She's very strong. And I know she loves to work with us, but I also know that she loves to work with herself. she's got a lot of strong direction, you know, and having the ability, I think, to work as a solo artist and as a collaborator is really important for a writer.
I definitely love the track. So not only did it introduce me to Tia, but I started to hear her own material as well. I played some of her stuff on Music Monday shows as well. She's an incredible talent. Definitely an artist for indie music fans in general. Should definitely give a listen to. By the way, I will be interviewing Tia 1 week from tonight on November 10th. Cheap plug. So I look forward to chatting with Tia and learn more about her and her music. She's an incredible talent, and I definitely enjoyed the collaboration between all three of you, obviously. So y'all have talked about some of the music that y'all been working on these last few years. Could we expect maybe one or two more songs from Social Butterflies before year's end, or y'all holding the new music from 2023?
I think that we're going to have new music, if not by the end of the year, not long after. And new, I mean, we have some songs that are still being crafted that we had started when we were working on these other songs that are already released. And we also have songs that are brand new that haven't been finished yet. I see this as being a very steady, ongoing project where I think we'll be able to put new material out on a pretty regular basis. And I also, just to throw this in there, love the fact that we kind of get to do whatever we want. So that leaves a lot of room to say, you know, I want to add this kind of instrumentation. I want a tambourine on this. I want this to be more of a rock song or more ambient and spacey or whatever we want, you know. But yes, definitely, if not by the end of the year, I would think not long after we could have something out pretty easily, I hope. I don't know, Dom, what do you think about that?
I feel like we're probably looking at the end of the year, if not the end of the year, probably by January. We've got a number of things down that are pretty close, and we're just kind of coordinating our schedules and everything to try to get in and wrap them up. But we have, I would say you could expect a number of things released next year. Now, whether one is by December, one or two by December, we'll have to see. But there's going to be quite a few things coming after that. And again, I want to jump back and, as I'm sure you can imagine, for me, it's a huge thrilled to both write and record with both Stacey and Tia, and it's kind of cool that we just kind of have an open door on what we're doing, and there's really no restrictions. So it's kind of to me, as someone who's written and recorded a lot in life, it's kind of fun for me just that there really is no restriction to what we're doing, and it just feels a lot more fresh.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
and
Oh, go ahead, Stacey.
I might add too. I don't know how many people know this, but Tia lives in Nashville, and so there's some distance. And she comes to St. Louis frequently. Dom goes to visit her in Nashville frequently. But I mean, there is distance there, but also on the positive side of the distance is that tends to, I feel like, bring more life experience and more flavor, right? Some more, a little more spice. It's, as people like to say, that things get spicy, but really though, I mean, you know, with a little bit of travel and distance also comes new storylines, I think. So, I love that we have the option to collaborate long distance as well.
Yeah, music has evolved throughout the years, and technology has evolved as well as it pertains to, you know, collaborating. I mean, you don't even have to be in the same room with the artist, producer, mix engineers. Just, hey, I got my recordings done. You do what you do. you do your
Right.
part. Right. So, you know, so that's technology for you now. I will say technology does have its flaws, like anything else in life, but
Absolutely.
it does help that technology does advance, because you know traveling is expensive, and you know depending the location and stuff. So and you pointed out doing exactly what you want to do, and that is truly the beauty of being an independent artist. Like there's no label, there's no one telling you how to sound, how you should sound. Yeah, this music is literally coming from y'all. No middleman or A&R or anyone that's telling you to sound a certain way. I feel like at the end of the day, these are musicians. This is coming from y'all. This is y'all heart and soul. This is your bread and butter. I mean, y'all are the musicians. Y'all are the songwriters, the storytellers. It should come from y'all, not from anyone else, pretty much.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah. I mean, really, you know, people, I know we all tend to think of like when you think about when you see somebody, you tend to think of like a visual image of them, but really, I think that these songs, because they are what we want, and how we want to shape them, it's a really good representation of who or what we are, you know, musically, which both of us, all of us being working musicians and doing all kinds of gigs. We do all kinds of gigs, right? Live. I mean, all kinds of gigs, different genres, different decades, different venues, different settings and venues, different purposes. And all of those gigs are great, and they all log a lot of mileage, and you learn a lot about music and performance, and you learn a lot about connecting through people. But at the end of the day, you want to develop your own sound, and you want to be able to represent what you are, who you are, whatever, you know, the character of the song you're writing, or the emotion. And this has just been very freeing. This is so, I'm just going to say it. This is so corny, but it is like being able to spread your wings. It is like being able to come out of your cocoon and spread your butterfly wings. And We haven't done any, just on that note, we haven't done any live performances yet, but don't think I'm not going to show up with some gigantic butterfly wings because because I will. Big butterfly wings, and I plan on wearing them, just saying. But you know me, I like to dress up, so.
Your thoughts, Dominique, on Stacey's wings? Your thoughts. Your rebuttal.
It's gonna be all about the wings, but then also in the green room we're still gonna have, what are they? Wings for dinner.
Sounds like
we're gonna wing it at this gig.
Sounds like a future song title, or maybe that could be a potential EP or album title. Just throwing a suggestion out there.
So you're going to find yourself in a studio with us one of these days. Look out.
I mean, we can try to work something out, Zoom. I got Zoom, if the traveling thing don't work out, but hey, we can try something. I mean, I'm not the expert. I just, but I can just throw suggestions. That's all I can do. So
this project started with a few people in a living room, and now all of us have moved, all of us have grown, all of us have changed. I mean, anything can happen. I'm just saying. But I'm sorry. What are you gonna say, Kenny? Talk to me.
Oh, well, I'm all for contributing, whether it's in person or Zoom. I think the Spread Your Wings title, that's all I got for now. So if I got any,
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. There you go. Collaboration. Check out Social Butterflies. Their latest single, "The Deep End," featuring Tia, is available on all the platforms. The song came out this past February, and as you've heard, more music is on the way for Social Butterflies. So check out the website, socialbutterfliesband.com, for more info and upcoming shows and upcoming music releases. They got y'all. Either year's end or 2023. Just stay tuned. They got the social media sites. They got everything on the website, socialbutterfliesband.com. Check out Stacey. Check out Dominique. Stay tuned for some awesome more music that's on display. To Stacey and to Dominique, great chatting with you both this evening. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the conversation. It's good to have you back on again, Stacey. It's great to have this chat with Dominique as well. I enjoy your company, and thank you for supporting the Music Monday shows that I've been doing. And appreciate y'all's support, and I love the music that you got, and I look forward to hearing more in future Social Butterflies music being featured on Music Monday down the road. So thank you both for your time.
Kenny, thank you very much. We really appreciate you having us on. It's been wonderful to talk to you.
Been wonderful to chat with you both as well. And I do have an interview coming up with Tia next week, next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. You two enjoy your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. You have a great evening, and we'll hope to chat with you again soon.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We'll definitely chat again, and I promise, Stacey, it won't be another 3 years before we chat again. I can at least, well, once more music is out, we'll chat again for sure.
We will. We'll talk soon. I
All right.
appreciate you.
You have a good night.
And you have a great evening.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.